J-Dubb here. So, earlier today I saw a meme on Facebook, even though it's not technically a meme, it's a poster. A meme is something different. Which went something like this. First Bush was Hitler, now Obama is Hitler. Let's clear something up right now. All US presidents are gonna have some bad ideas, blah 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 blah. The point I'm getting to deals with just the first line of that meme. There's an old internet protocol known as Godwin's Law. Anytime somebody makes an irrational comparison to the Third Reich, irrational being non-genocide or totalitarian related, you can call Godwin's Law, and according to internet law, that person's argument becomes forfeit. Godwin's Law is a little gem of wisdom that goes back to the days of Usenet, which was essentially the original civilian internet forum, started by a guy named Mike Rochester. Just kidding, his name was Mike Godwin. According to Godwin's Law, in any escalating argument or discussion on the internet, inevitably it will escalate to the point where somebody on one side of the discussion is going to make an analogy to Hitler or the Nazis. Essentially, it's a magic bullet intended to instantaneously win an argument through use of logical fallacy. And we all know how I feel about logical fallacy. I would call it a slippery slope fallacy in that the implication is the opponent's position essentially has the potential to lead to totalitarianism and genocide. Ultimately, it's a lazy attempt at an easy out. Anybody can make a Hitler or Nazi analogy to the other person's argument, even an argument on something like whether or not the Star Wars prequels were good or bad. It's happened, trust me. So, under Godwin's Law, if none of the issues actually involve totalitarianism or genocide, and somebody makes a Nazi or Hitler analogy, that person forfeits their argument. As we all know, it's virtually impossible to find an article on the internet whose comment section hasn't erupted into an outburst of childish playground level bickering. A lot of the wisdom earned by people who have been using the internet longer is being drowned out by this influx of newer users. Now, we are living in the everybody's online era. Thanks to applications like Facebook, your parents, your grandparents, your Uncle Jethro, and your cousin Sydney are all online joining in on the internet discussions. Of course, there's nothing really new about this type of bickering on the internet. In the old forum days, we referred to this as a flame war. People don't seem to use that term anymore in the social media days, but it's the same thing. Flame-fueled discussions are as old as the internet itself, but there are certain bits of wisdom that came from those old internet days and from those old at each other's throat discussions that's getting lost in the inundation of users who haven't quite matured yet. So I figured the time is ripe to educate the modern internet on Godwin's Law. So, now you know the internets. See you next time, J-Dubb out. If you're doing a Christmas video, then tell a Christmas story. Okay, done. Fine.
He sees you when you are sleeping. He knows when you are awake. Saint Nicholas is coming to town.
Season's greetings, everyone, from J-Dubb's Theater.